cards to invest in right now at this moment. Today is Tuesday, November 5th, the election night. Now, and these are the top 5 cards, or 6 or 7, to invest in right now while the market is about to explode. Starting off, I'm going with the Raichu, the sleeping Raichu. The Prismatic Evolution has the sleeping Eevee, so there is a little niche for a sleeping Pokemon. It's more like a human thing that they add to it, so there's a more of an emotional connection to it. And I'm picking the sleeping Raichu because Paldea has already had a reprint supposedly, or a restock. Booster boxes at 130, 135. I don't think they're gonna print it no more for this year because they should be focusing on either reprinting Twilight Masquerade or reprinting Surging Sparks later, or they're gonna be focusing on printing more Prismatic Evolutions. So the eyes are out of this one, possibly from the Pokemon Center. And as you can see, you also have a high of about $50. Right now it's at $30. So if you go plus $20 on it, you gain about 30%. The PSA 10, if you get a PSA 10, had a high of 275. Right now it is at 225. So if you you buy it at $30, you grade it, was at $45. You can about, what's that, 5x your money if you get in a PSA 10, and that's why it's on this list, the first one. These are not in order, these are just in the list that I duplicated the tab in. Second would be Caesar from Obsidian Flames. Obsidian Flames, surprisingly, the booster box is at $130. I doubt this. I don't think this booster box is going to get a reprint because there's other more higher in demand products out there that need more attention from the Pokemon Center. And this booster box is special because it has, and this also is similar to Crown Zenith where you get a lot of hits. I am picking this Scizor because it had a low of $3.30. Right now it's at $5.50. The last high was $5.63. So we're about to take off possibly to $10. If it goes to $10, that would mean that you get 100% gains on your investment. The PSA 10 had a low of $100 and now is at an all-time high of $150 on market. So if you buy this at $5 or $6, you could, even if you sell it for $100, this is about a 10x or more than 10x, about 20x for your investment. Third on the list is the Ninetales from, again, Obsidian Flames. First reason why is because there is no illustration rare of Ninetales in any other sets. This should have been in Pokemon 151, but it's not. It's in Obsidian Flames, and I don't think nobody's keeping their eyes on this one. It's a beautiful card. It's a fire type. Had a high of $12.25. It's currently right now at $11.50. PSA 10 price is at $130. That's about a 10x gain if you lock in PSA 10. Next, we have the Eevee. The Eevee has a little bit of hype right now for the Prismatic Evolutions. This shows all of the 9. Maybe this card should have been in that set. And I think it could, if you get this card and you get the Prismatic Evolutions cards, this complements, and it goes along with the binder of that cards. Also, the low has been $45 and has been in a steady $50 average price, and we have seen a past high of $63 about in the summer. So maybe the hype has died down, and then it will grow up. It will go up during January. So this is a sleeper one. I really like this one. I'm probably gonna get it on the next card show for about $50 would be perfect. PSA 10 is 145, so that's only 3x your gains, which is about 300%, but that's still pretty good. The next one, we're heading to Temporal Forces. Temporal Forces is a booster box is at $130. We are only gonna mess with Gengar. Gengar is, how could I say, like an Apple of the stock market. Gengar holds its value over time, with proven with cards from Gym Leader, first edition Gym Leaders cards. You could have the Gengar VMAX that held its value. So I recommend getting this one, and it is at an average of $12.50. The last all-time high was $15 during April, so we already had enough time for the people's eyes to get out of it. And so that was since April. It's about 7 months. The PSA 10 is at $62. So if you buy this card near mint raw and you get in a PSA 10, you potentially 5x your investment. I would aim that this card could potentially go to $20 again. So $12, maybe you get the card show for $10. That would be 100% gain on your investment of the card. Next card on the list is going to be the Ghastly. The Ghastly from Temporal Forces, yet again. I picked this one because it has all the 3 ghosts, Haunter, Ghastly, and Gengar. They are super stable cards. You can see it held a $20 average price. Now it's at $25. It's moving up. The high was $32 and about $30 during April and July. PSA 10 is rising. We are now at $140 for a PSA 10 card. There was a low of $100. We could see this card go to $150. So if you buy a 25, that's about a 6x on your investment. The last card is surprisingly is going to be the cheapest card of the whole lot. This is not even an illustration rare. This is just a simple card, a common card or little rare card from Temporal Forces, and it's yet again the Gengar. I think the design on this is probably one of the best ones, and it should have got a full art. You can see his tongue sticking out, similar to Gengar VMAX, and you can the price would as average is $1.10. It's currently going up a little bit, maybe touch the $2. And I recommend this card because the PSA 10 price is currently rising up. We had in October 15th, PSA 10 was $45. Right now it is at $46. So we could potentially hit $50. So you could turn $2 into $56. Can't do the math on that, but that is a lot, and it's super low investment. So it will cost you about $15, $17 for the whole thing to be graded. And that is going to be all my top 7 cards to invest in for this month. Right now, currently, without Surging Sparks being released or Prismatic Evolutions, just to stay away from the hype. These are the low profile cards that I could think that potentially give you at least a 2x on your money.